What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. We're back on my level 4 count, as you can tell, and we're at 1,888 trophies. As of right now, my highest trophy count is 1919, but I have lost a few battles here and there. It's getting tough up here for level 4, and as you guys probably saw from the title and thumbnail, I've been finding some pretty high levels, including a level 9 that I found earlier. So I will be showing you guys that replay as well as another one, and then maybe after that we might go into a live battle. I'll see how I'm feeling after that. But this video might just be a bunch of replays because I haven't done that in a while, so I just want to sit down and go over some replays and talk to you guys. I'm still using this deck right here. It's working out really well. Of course, I have to keep these 7 cards because these are the only 8 cards I'm allowed to upgrade, including the Hog Rider, which is level 2 right now, or 3 right now actually. It looks like I can get him to maybe level 5, but I think I'm going to wait until he's at least level 5 or 6 to start using him, because a level 3 Hog Rider in Arena 6 probably won't do too well. So for right now, the Giant Skeleton is doing a good job taking his place, and you guys will see that during some replays, so let's go ahead and check out a replay right now. So this replay right here is against the level 7. I'll be showing you guys the one against the level 9 in just a minute, probably right after this one, but I wanted to start off by showing you this, mainly because this is one I clicked on first. I didn't remember which replay was which, and this one showed up. So right off the bat, I dropped my Valkyrie behind my King Tower. He dropped a Musketeer behind his, so I went ahead and dropped a Mini P.E.K.K.A behind my Valk, as well as some minions. To counter that, he's going to drop down some Fire Spears and that Witch right there. I will take them out, but of course the tower takes out my minions, and that was a pretty even push right there. We both kind of canceled each other out. So right off the bat, I didn't know how much elixir he had left, so I went ahead and threw down my Giant Skeleton with some goblins in behind, trying to push him towards that tower, but he countered with some barbarians. So these barbarians do work and totally take out my Giant Skeleton, but luckily that bomb right there takes out most of them, and the tower finishes off that last barbarian. The Giant Skeleton is such a good card, especially for defense, even offense as well. This is mainly why I'm using him instead of the Hog Rider. I still have to wait to upgrade my Hog Rider a little bit more, so for right now the Giant Skeleton is doing great taking its place. And I kind of wish I would have chosen that card as one of my 8, but then again, it's not always consistent, and who knows how it does in the higher arenas. But for right now, against these level 7, 8s, and 9s, which is mainly what I'm finding up here as a level 4, it's doing pretty well. But back to the gameplay, I started off by dropping down my Valkyrie and a Musketeer in the left lane. His Musketeer and that Poison Spell are going to take them out. But on the right side, my minions and my Mini P.E.K.K.A take out his Giant, as well as that Wizard right there. The Musketeer is already basically out of health. He drops down some Fire Spirits to take out my Mini P.E.K.K.A, not allowing him to get to the tower. The Musketeer gets off one shot on my left lane, so now my towers are at 1604 and 1567. I'm already at a disadvantage to my towers being so low hit points because I'm level 4, so sometimes it's pretty hard to win battles, but I've gotten used to it. And right here, I expected those barbarians again in front of my Giant Skeleton, so I dropped down my Valkyrie and a Fireball, which luckily did hit that Witch as well, but then he drops down a Musketeer. I end up taking that out, but then he drops a Goblin Barrel, which I zap. I really wanted to get that Giant Skeleton to the tower, but then he dropped more Fire Spears, and I didn't even get him close to that tower. So he did a great job defending that push right there. I was really surprised, which is why I said wow to him. And here are more barbarians. I was so surprised that he was cycling through elixir so fast. But now my Mini P.E.K.K.A is getting really close to that tower. It will get off one shot, dropping it down to 1752. And I think that was the very first time I've touched either of his towers. So now I'm going to go ahead and send in my Valkyrie, some Wizards, and my Musketeer. The Wizard takes out my minions and my Valkyrie. And now it's Musketeer versus Musketeer. Of course, mine goes down because his tower was on mine and his was at a higher level. So I went ahead and zapped that Musketeer to get her out of there. And that means I had to fireball those goblins right there from the Goblin Barrel. To protect my tower from those Fire Spirits, I had to drop my Mini P.E.K.K.A, and the goblins finish off this Giant. But he will drop a Poison Spell, which means there goes my goblins and most of my Mini P.E.K.K.A's health, which is right behind the Valkyrie. And now they're advancing towards that tower. I dropped in some minions as well, but 2 of them were caught in that Poison Spell. The Mini P.E.K.K.A gets off a few shots as well as those minions, and we actually dropped that tower to 680 hit points now. But we only have 40 seconds left to overtime, and I really needed to get to that tower. So I threw down my Giant Skeleton, maybe getting him there, but I really just wanted to defend against whatever he was going to throw on my right lane, which was a bunch of barbarians and that Witch. I'm not even sure what blows up. It looks like the Witch is going to blow up and a few barbarians. The Mini P.E.K.K.A, the Valkyrie, the Musketeer end up finishing off the rest, and now they're taking down this Giant as well. But now that he has a Wizard, I wait a few seconds before dropping down my Goblins and my minions because I didn't want that Wizard doing any splash damage. I zapped the tower as he dropped some Fire Spears, which I really didn't mean to do. It was just bad timing for him, and all my troops on that tower as well as the Fireball ended up taking it out. So that was me against level 7. We basically took it all the way into overtime. 8 seconds left, I almost lost right there, but it was really close and a good game to that guy. So now let's find the level 9. I think it was this battle right here if I am not mistaken. Here is the level 9. 2534 on his towers compared to mine at 1750, and of course his card levels are much higher than mine as well. He's using a Golem Prince deck. It's a pretty heavy deck, and right off the bat I went ahead and threw down my Giant Skeleton and my Goblins at that left lane. I tried to zap most of those skeletons right there, but I missed quite a few of them. But then he drops his minion hordes, which didn't matter because my Giant Skeleton didn't make it all the way to that tower. But since I used my zap, I had nothing to counter these minions with. So I had to drop mine in the middle, trying to pull them away. But at the same time, he dropped down a Prince, which I was totally useless against. And he took out my tower right there. He also threw down a Rage Spell trying to get to my King Tower, which did work because he shredded my Valkyrie right there. And now he's just pounding away on my King Tower under that Rage Spell. It finally wears off. I finally get enough elixir to drop down a troop. He even drops down a poison spell, but my mini P.E.K.K.A. did finish off his prince, and now we're running at this left lane. At this point, I was like so defeated. I did not think I was going to win at all, and my mini P.E.K.K.A. didn't even make it to the tower right there. In the first minute of the battle, he already took out my left lane tower and got my king tower all the way down to half hit points. He has a rage spell, much higher level troops. He's a level 9, and I'm only level 4, so I really thought I was going to lose this battle. You guys are going to have to see what happens in the end, though. I threw my giant skeleton down in the left lane. At the same time, he drops down a golem on the right lane. Because he had no elixir to stop my giant skeleton, he did make it all the way to the tower. So now let's find out if he does take it out. He is whacking away at it a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how much damage his bomb does, but he does drop the tower to 700 hit points before it explodes. My mini P.E.K.K.A. does finish off that golem right there. Goblins are going to push him towards the tower. Now the mini P.E.K.K.A. is at the right tower with those goblins in behind, doing a little bit of damage over there. The bomb from the giant skeleton didn't completely take out the left tower, but it's down to 54 hit points. So all we have to do is either fireball that or drop a zap on it. But as all that was going on, I did drop a zap on that prince down there because he got through my Valkyrie with that rage spell. Luckily, the zap meant he didn't get a shot off on that tower, but he does drop a poison spell. This guy really wants the 3 crown against me. And as I dropped my giant skeleton on the right, unfortunately, he dropped a skeleton army at the exact same time, which basically shredded his hit points right there. But luckily the minions are in front of him for a while, tanking a little bit of damage, which does allow him to get all the way to that tower. It looks like that's going to be close enough. Will it actually be close enough? It is, dropping that tower to 166 hit points. We took out his minions on the bottom right before he dropped that rage spell, so that was just a waste of elixir for him. But he wants to take advantage of it, so he does drop his prince. I'm going to drop down my goblins and my Valkyrie to stop that. He also has a skeleton army behind. The zap will get rid of all of those, and we defended that push right there pretty well. But he still has a fireball and a poison spell. He's definitely putting those to use. We have 13 seconds left, and I still don't have a tower yet, so I really need to get one of these to push it into overtime. He does have my left lane still, so I threw my fireball at that left lane tower. Now it's 1 crown to 1. He's dropping more minions on my tower. I had nothing to defend against right here, and he drops a rage spell, so I did have to zap them because they were on my tower. It got really close right there. He dropped my king tower to 131 hit points. He also dropped down a skeleton army, which I was really panicking about as well, because I didn't have anything to take that out. He drops down a poison spell too. I really thought I was done for, but my minions made it to his right tower and took it out. That was definitely a crazy clutch battle right there against the level 9 as a level 4. It went down to the wire. He was about to take my king tower with that poison spell and all those skeletons, but luckily we managed to clutch the win. And that's how most of my battles have been going. I did have 2 losses right here. It's pretty hard up here as a level 4, but I do get a few win streaks every now and then, like this one right here. And I think my last battle was a loss as well. That one dropped me below 1900, which is why I'm only at 1888 right now. But we are doing pretty well considering we're still only at level 4. I'm trying to get to the Royal Arena as a level 4. I'm really close. So hopefully next time I upload a video on this account, we will be in the Royal Arena. I'm still in this clan right here with a bunch of awesome people. Thank you guys so much for all your awesome donations. Like, look at this. Ninja Man has 1,000 donations. So does Dan right here. Of course, I'm not allowed to donate because I don't need XP. I'm really trying to stay as low level as possible, which is why I can only upgrade 8 cards. I have accidentally donated twice, as you can see, but that's only 2 XP, so it's not that big of a deal. But shout out to the clan for always hooking it up with donations. If you guys do want to join, just wait for a spot to be available. It's always on open, never closed or invite only. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Once again, this is the deck that I'm using right now. I'm trying really hard to get into the Royal Arena as a level 4, so maybe we make that happen next episode. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.